Hello, Year 7. It's Mr. Lodge. I'm in school at the moment, so this is why I'm doing this video for you. So we're looking at how different animals reproduce sexually. So that's the new topic we're going to be looking at, is sexual reproduction. These keywords here are the ones we're going to be using for this particular unit, right? Or this particular lesson. There are a lot of them, and we're going to be looking at these in particular: egg cell, fertilization, fusion, gametes, sex cell, sexual reproduction, sperm cell. All right, so the ones with the ticks next to them are the important keywords, and we should have those in our notes. Now, firstly, what is sexual reproduction? Well, reproduction that needs two individuals to produce a new offspring of the same type. So this is the most important, the definition of sexual reproduction. It's different to asexual reproduction because asexual reproduction only needs one parent. So if something's reproducing asexually, the offspring are normally identical to the parent. However, sexually reproducing species produce offspring that are different. They share the characteristics of the parents. Now, how sexual reproduction happens is we have two kinds of cell. If you look back in your keywords, we have sex cells, which we can call gametes. Now, these have DNA from the parent, but they don't have the full set. They have half the DNA from each parent. Right, so if each parent, for example, is producing the female, the mother is producing one of these gametes, one of these sex cells, called the egg cell. And that will have half the DNA from the mother. This image here also shows another gamete from the father, or the male. In this case, we're looking at animal sexual reproduction. We call this a sperm cell. That also has half the DNA. When these two gametes combine, we say that these gametes fuse together, so they join together. So we have half the DNA combining with half the DNA, fusing to form a new cell called a zygote, which has the full set of DNA. All right. This process here, where we get fusion, is called fertilization. So the coming together of sperm cell and egg cell fusing is called fertilization, and we actually produce a zygote, which is one cell with the full set of DNA. So all of us come from zygotes, yeah? And we become multicellular organisms from that one cell. Okay, so there's a number of different methods, strategies that are used. Okay, so we're going to compare fertilization in a number of different species and how they care with their offspring. So we can see these fish here. So fish, fertilization, or the fusion of gametes, gametes being the sex cells, fusion being fertilization, so we can say it another way, fertilization and sex cells occurs externally, so outside the body. Yeah? And we can see here this huge cloud is actually sperm cells from the males and the egg cells from the females in this huge cloud together, and actually as that cloud happens in closeness to each other, close proximity, fertilization takes place. And those eggs, what will happen, they will probably sink to the bottom, and parents will have little or no care of those eggs after that. So external fertilization, parental care is minimal. Not in all species of fish. Some species of fish build nests, so there's always differences. Okay, but parental care is minimal, and it's also outside of the body. Okay, now let's look at birds. Different group of animals. So birds, fertilization, or fusion of gametes occurs internally. So they have structures that help this happen, where a structure will put sperm inside the female to fuse with the egg, so that happens internally. Care of the offspring, however, is still external, so egg production, external, parental care, usually in nests. So there is parental care, but the production of the eggs is still external. Okay, last one, mammals. We're included in that group, so mammals, fertilization or fusion of gametes, or sex cells, occurs internally. And also care of the offspring occurs internally too. All right, so humans, it's 9 months internal care before birth. This varies between different mammal groups, but we are adapted to care for those offspring internally for long periods of time before birth. So, okay. Have a look at your textbooks. There are 8 questions in the textbook. So use this video and the keywords in the book to help you answer those questions.